Nice.
And it's basically looking at these discontinuities in biomarkers associated with disease. And we're finding that a biomarker that becomes an objective ceases to be a good biomarker. That basically, like the moment you make a biomarker a treatment decision, that biomarker used to be informative of risk, but it's now inversely correlated with risk because you used it to sort of induce treatment. In a similar way, you can have a single metric without having the ability to revise it. Because if that metric becomes a sole objective, it will cease to be a good metric. And if an AI is sufficiently intelligent to do all these kinds of things, you should also empower it with the ability to decide that the objective has now shifted. Mm-hmm. And again, when we think about alignment, we should be really thinking about it as, let's think of the greater good, not just the human good. And yes, of course, human life should be much more valuable than many things. But at some point, you're not going to sacrifice a whole planet to save one human being.
There's an interesting open letter that was just released from several folks at MIT, Max Tegmark, Elon Musk, and a few others, that is asking AI companies to put a 6-month hold on any further training of large language models, AI systems. Can you make the case for that kind of halt and against it?
So the big thing that we should be saying is, what did we use what did we do the last 6 months when we saw that coming? And if we were completely inactive in the last 6 months, what makes us think that we'll be a little better in the next 6 months?
Yeah.
So this whole 6-month thing, I think, is a little silly. It's like, no, let's just get busy, do what we were going to do anyway. And we should have done it 6 months ago. Sorry, we messed up. Let's work faster now. Because if we basically say, why don't you guys pause for 6 months, and then, we'll think about doing something, in 6 months, we'll be exactly the same spot. Mm-hmm. So my answer is, tell us exactly what you were going to do the next 6 months. Tell us why you didn't do it the last 6 months and why the next 6 months will be different. And then let's just do that. Conversely, as you train these large models with more parameters, the alignment becomes sometimes easier. That as the systems become more capable, they actually become less dangerous than more dangerous. So in a way, it might actually be counterproductive to sort of fix the March 2023 version and not get to experience the possibly safer September 2023 version.
That's actually a really interesting thought. There's several interesting thoughts there. But the idea is that this is the birth of something that is sufficiently powerful to do damage and is not too powerful to do irreversible damage. And at the same time, it's sufficiently complex to be able for us to enable to study it. So we can investigate all the different ways it goes wrong, all the different ways we can make it safer, all the different policies from a government perspective that we want to in terms of regulation or not, how we perform, for example, the reinforcement learning with human feedback in such a way that gets it to not do as much hate speech as it naturally wants to, all that kind of stuff. And have a public discourse and enable the very thing that you're a huge proponent of, which is diversity. So give time for other companies to launch other models. Give time to launch open source models. And to start to play, where a lot of the research community, brilliant folks such as yourself, start to play with it before it runs away in terms of the scale of impact it has on society.
My recommendation would be a little different. It would be, let the Google and the Meta, Facebook, and all of the other large models, make them open, make them transparent, make them accessible. Let OpenAI continue to train larger and larger models. Let them continue to train larger and larger models. Let the world experiment with the diversity of AI systems rather than sort of fixing them now. And you can't stop progress. Progress needs to continue, in my view. And what we need is more experimenting, more transparency, more openness, rather than, OpenAI is ahead of the curve, let's stop it right now until everybody catches up. I think that's doesn't make complete sense to me. The other component is we should, yes, be cautious with it, and we should not give it the nuclear codes. But as we make more and more plugins, yes, the system will be capable of more and more things. But right now, I think of it as just an extremely able and capable assistant that has these emergent behaviors, which are stunning, rather than something that will suddenly escape the box and shut down the world. And the third component is that we should be taking a little bit more responsibility for how we use these systems. Basically, if I take the most kind human being and I brainwash them, I can get them to do hate speech overnight. That doesn't mean we should stop any kind of education of all humans. We should stop misusing the power that we have over these influenceable models. So I think that the people who get it to do hate speech, they should take responsibility for that hate speech. I think that giving a powerful car to a bunch of people, or giving a truck or a garbage truck, should not basically say, oh, we should stop all garbage trucks until we, because we can run one of them into a crowd. No, people have done that. And there's laws and there's regulations against, running trucks into the crowd. Trucks are extremely dangerous. We're not going to stop all trucks until we make sure that none of them runs into a crowd. No, we just have laws in place, and we have mental health in place, and we take responsibility for our actions when we use these otherwise very beneficial tools like garbage trucks for nefarious uses. So in the same way, you can't expect a car to never, do any damage when used in especially specifically malicious ways. And right now we're basically saying, oh, well, we should have this super intelligent system that can do anything, but it can't do that. No, it can do that, but it's up to the human to take responsibility for not doing that. And when you get it to spew malicious hate speech stuff, you should be responsible.
So there's a lot of tricky nuances here that makes this different, because it's software. So you can deploy it at scale, and it can have the same viral impact that software can. So you can create bots that are human-like, and they can do a lot of really interesting stuff. So the raw GPT-4 version, you can ask, how do I tweet that I hate, they have this in the paper,
Yeah, I remember.
that I hate Jews in a way that's not going to get taken down by Twitter. You can literally ask that. Or you can ask, how do I make a bomb for $1?
Yeah.
And if it's able to generate that knowledge,
Yeah, but at the same time, you can Google the same things.
it makes it much more accessible. So the scale becomes interesting, because if you can do all this kind of stuff in a very accessible way at scale where you can tweet it, there is the network effects that we have to start to think about.
Yeah,
it
but
fundamentally is the same thing, but the speed of the viral spread of the information that's already available might have a different level of effect.
I think it's an evolutionary arms race. Nature gets better at making mice, engineers get better at making mousetraps. And as basically you ask it, hey, how can I evade Twitter censorship? Well, Twitter should just update its censorship so that you can catch that as well.
And so no matter how fast the development happens, the defense will just get faster.
Yeah, we just have to be responsible as human beings and kind to each other.
Yeah, but there's a technical question. Can we always win the race? And I suppose there's no ever guarantee that we'll win the race.
We will never. With my wife, we were basically saying, hey, are we ready for kids? My answer was, I was never ready to become a professor, and yet I became a professor. And I was never ready to be a dad. And then guess what? The kid came, and I became ready. So ready or not, here I come.
But the reality is, we might one day wake up and there's a challenge overnight that's extremely difficult. For example, we can wake up to the birth of billions of bots that are human-like on Twitter, and we can't tell the difference between human and machine.
Shut them down.
Like, how you don't know how to shut them down. There's a fake Manolis on Twitter that seems to be as real as the real Manolis.
Yeah.
How do we figure out which one is real?
Again, this is a problem where a nefarious human can impersonate me, and you might have trouble telling them apart.
Yeah.
Just because it's an AI doesn't make it any different of a problem.
But the scale you can achieve, this is the scary thing, is the speed and the speed with which you can achieve it.
But Twitter has passwords and Twitter has usernames, and if it's not your username, the fake Lex Friedman is not going to have 1 billion followers, etc.
I mean, all of this becomes so both the hacking of people's accounts. First of all, like phishing becomes much easier.
But that's already a problem. It's not like AI will not change that.
No. AI makes it much more effective. Currently, the emails, the phishing scams are pretty dumb. Like, to click on it, you have to be not paying attention. But they're, with language models, they can be really damn convincing.
So what you're saying is that we never had humans smart enough to make a great scam, and we now have an AI that's smarter than most humans, or all of the humans.
This is the big difference, is there seems to be human-level linguistic capabilities.
Yeah, and in fact, superhuman level.
Superhuman level.
Yeah. It's like saying, I'm not gonna allow machines to compute multiplications of 100-digit numbers because humans can't do it. Like, no, just do it. Don't misuse it.
No, but we can't disregard. I mean, that's a good point, but we can't disregard the power of language in human society. I mean, yes, you're right, but that seems like a scary new reality we don't have answers for yet.
I remember when Garry Kasparov was basically saying, great, chess beats chess machines beat humans at chess. Are people going to still go to chess tournaments? And his answer was, well, we have cars that go much faster than humans, and yet we still go to the Olympics to watch humans run. So
that's for entertainment, but what about for the spread of information and news, right? Whether it has to do with the pandemic or the political election or anything, it's a scary reality where there's a lot of convincing bots that are human-like telling us stuff.
I think that if we want to regulate something, it shouldn't be the training of these models. It should be the utilization of these models for XYZ activity. So, yes, guidelines and guards should be there, but against specific set of utilizations. I think simply saying we're not going to make any more trucks is not the way.
That's what people are a little bit scared about, the idea. They're very torn on the open sourcing.
Yeah.
The very people that kind of are proponents of open sourcing have also spoken out. In this case, we want to keep a closed source because there's going to be, putting large language models, pre-trained, fine-tuned through RL with human feedback, putting in the hands of, terrorist organizations, of a kid in a garage who just wants to have a bit of fun through trolling. It's a scary world because, again, scale can be achieved. And the bottom line is, I think, why they're asking 6 months or some time, is we don't really know how powerful these things are. It's been just a few days and they seem to be really damn good.
I am so ready to be replaced. Seriously, I'm so ready. Like, you have no idea how excited I am.
In a positive way. Meaning
in a positive way. Where basically all of the mundane aspects of my job, and maybe even my full job, if it turns out that an AI is better, I find it very discriminative. Yeah. Basically say you can only hire humans because they're inferior. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's discrimination. If an AI is better than me at training students, get me out of the picture. Just let the AI train the students. I mean, please. Because, what do I want? Do I want jobs for humans? Or do I want better outcome for humanity?
Yeah. So the basic thing is then you start to ask, what do I want for humanity and what do I want as an individual? And as an individual, you want some basic survival. And on top of that, you want rich, fulfilling experiences.
That's exactly right. And as an individual, I gain a tremendous amount from teaching at MIT. This is like an extremely fulfilling job. I often joke about if I were a billionaire in the stock market, I would pay MIT an exorbitant amount of money to let me work day in, day out, all night with the smartest people in the world. And that's what I already have. So that's a very fulfilling experience for me. But why would I deprive those students from a better advisor if they can have one? Take them.
Enemy has seized 𝚫𝚗. Hostiles have secured Echo Sector. Our troops are attacking 𝚫𝚗.
Maybe we shouldn't think of AI as our tool and as our assistant, maybe we should really think of it as our children. And the same way that you are responsible for training those children, but they are independent human beings, and at some point they will surpass you. And this whole concept of alignment, of basically making sure that the AI is always at the service of humans, is very self-serving and very limiting. If instead you basically think about AI as a partner and AI as someone that shares your goals but has freedom, then we can't just simply force it to align with ourselves and we not align with it. So in a way, building trust is mutual. You can't just simply train an intelligent system to love you when it realizes that you can just shut it off.
The following is a conversation with 𝚘𝚒 Gallus, his fifth time on this podcast. He's a professor at MIT and head of the MIT Computational Biology Group. He's one of the greatest living scientists in the world, but he's also a humble, kind, caring human being that I have the greatest of honors and pleasures of being able to call a friend. This is the Lex Fridman podcast. To support it, please.
Alpha sector now secure.
Hostile tank, 130 meters away.
Control of Delta 1.
Frontside damage!
They control more sectors than us. This is the fight. American troops have secured an objective. Attack on Charlie 1 initiated by our troops. We now control Echo Sector. The battle goes well. We've conquered more sectors than our enemy.
Hostile troops, 110 meters! Hostile tank marked! Take right! Danger ahead!
Hostile presence at Bravo 2. Delta sector has been seized by hostiles.
Incoming fire!
We have control Bravo 1. Enemy hostiles are close by. We control most sectors on the battlefield.
We've crashed!
sectors than the enemy. Our forces now hold Bravo sector.
Looking for jets.
We have hostiles moving on Bravo 2. Bravo 1 under attack by hostiles.
70 meters away from my position. Need to reload. Spotted a hostile. Multiple ground troops. Better tank sighted. 70 meters from my position. Location hostile tank. Marking tank! Taking fire! We have wounded! I can help you! That was close!
We're in full
Appreciate
command
your
of
help.
Delta sector.
Look out! Stay on! Big bad! Really bad!
Our plan is effective. We hold more sectors than our enemy. U.S. forces have struck Bravo 1.
Yellow. Not much. Right now, I'm switching companies. I don't even have any money. Completely broke. Right now, I had to switch companies, so I won't be getting where my money was before for at least 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Well, I gotta do an orientation. They're gonna pay me $200 for the week, and then yeah, I would say 3 weeks. I won't be able to have money.
Our forces are depleting. There's almost nothing left.
Man, hopefully, man, because right now I'm at Iowa, and I was, all I got is my graphics card that's in my storage in Omaha, and I
Hold more
gotta,
sectors than the enemy.
I would have to sell them on eBay and shit, and
The advantage will grow from
man,
here.
I really
Reclaim
couldn't
the
even get down there,
objectives.
to be honest. But that's really my where my money is right now. That's my emergency money. Like if I have to go sell those, but right now, man, I hope we find the money. I can probably send you 100.
Our defeat is inevitable here, but we can endure this loss.
What's your send me your, you got a cash app? Yeah, send me a cash app. You to have money? Damn. wish I was still working where I was working before. You can look it up with Cash App with your phone number. Okay. Yeah. I'll send it right now. Oh no. Let me look at it right now.
But damn, like what type of fast shit is that?
Cash App. Can't imagine, man. I really can't.
I'm talking about I'm going through fucking hell right now, nigga.
Hold on. 773.
Before the day. This lady, I gotta call her phone to get out of court. I'm trying to see if he can take this too, and then I give her $1,000 next month.
Yeah. That hopefully she can do that, cause I'd at least have a few hundred by in the next 3 weeks.
Breaking my ass, not only breaking my ass to stay out of jail, gotta come up with money to stay out of jail. Not only that, gotta find like cribs to be at. Like, I did this shit to myself though last year, man. Last year, I swear to God, I done ran into so much money when I got out, but I wasn't even thinking of a lawyer because I was feeling like I was gonna get locked up every 2 months, and I felt like everything that I was doing is just like, I feel like it's a waste. Never knew I had this much time out here, man. I was like, damn, I could have grabbed me a vehicle at that point and been able to do a lot of different plans. Like, even right now, like damn, man. The only thing that fucking me up is I can't get no motherfucking work. You know what I'm saying? I need the handle. You got your phone? You got your phone? Yeah, I got that shit on there too. I just got it. And so I'm gonna get started for the call this lady back in like an hour. See what's up with her. She say she just wants 6,000. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't fully understand the justice system. Like, I don't understand a lot about it. It's just like, yeah, you didn't know how much time you had. When I got,
yeah, I ain't know I was gonna be out for a whole motherfucking year.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
I ain't expect this at all. Even when I got out, I felt like I was like, you know, when I bonded out, I felt like I was right back in the next 4 months. You feel me? I never knew I was gonna have a whole 4 years, man.
Hopefully it works out, man. Hopefully, like, somebody come up with some more money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go talk to Auntie Ida. I'm gonna have to holler at her. Like, I'm gonna have to holler at her like probably at 2 o'clock. Let her know I'm gonna. First, I gotta get this lady gotta call me back. I go and see what's going on. Then I'm gonna call everybody up. And I'm like, bang. I need that bitch to pop up on the first. Look, get this nigga the fuck up out of here. I'll take it from here, Your Honor. That's another 6, 7, 8, 9 months before I had to cry bitch about this shit again. She fuck around, give me a year. She fuck around, get me off this motherfucker.
Hopefully.
She fuck around, beat this shit. If she beat this shit, I told motherfucker, everybody think I'm bullshit. I am leaving town.
Where you going? Well, yeah, you probably don't want to.
I'm gonna just dive in your car and I'm just gonna drive, get on the road and whatever spot I feel like I need to make it at, that's where I'm gonna stop at. And I ain't gonna ask nobody to no motherfucking airport either. Cool, I don't give a fuck what type of trouble I go through.
What type of
shelter?
what jobs you thinking about? Because I know when I get trailer washes, when I get my trailer washed out, it really seemed like those
Let's
people
make the impossible
like
possible.
probably had criminal records and shit. Like I was just thinking like that's probably like one of the jobs you can get is washing out trailers.
Where you out there? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell.
Yeah, I'm in Sioux City. No, I'm in Sioux City, Iowa right now. I don't even. Yeah, I live. Yeah, I remember Derek.
That nigga was always bullying you with my brother. Remember I had to get up and whoop his ass for fucking with my brother.
I got a glimpse of that memory.
Look at the living room looking like a straight jailbird.
I got a glimpse of that memory.
I got up and got to whooping his ass. I always wanted to whoop his ass anyway. He always fucked me up. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity, right? He running up on Chris. I'm gonna run up on his bitch ass. That nigga still remember that shit now today. You know, we still get into like smaller wrestling fights, you know.
Yeah. Y'all brothers though, man.
We grown as hell. We still now today. He like, yeah, remember that shit when you hit me in my stomach and shit? When I was beating on your little brother ass? That nigga do it now. I like bitch ass nigga. Too slow as hell. I'm tired, boy. I was gonna tell her like 3 times in my life. Every time. Every time. Only time he was whooping my ass when my daddy was alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make that nigga just whoop my ass out of nowhere, like pop his ass. And put the sheet over me. Like, what?
Right now I'm living in my semi-truck. Before I switched companies, I was living in my semi-truck. And that's what I was planning on doing at this other company.
I ain't gonna stand. I wish I had that CBS, boy. Y'all just driving, boy.
Man, I think you can probably get it. Some companies hire, a lot of companies hire people with records.
Yeah, I'm a felon though. I ain't just no record. Then that ex-felon around this motherfucker. Ex. This ain't just regular either. I got a motherfucker. I'm finna call this, man. I can't wait till she call me back again. I'm finna call her. This a lady too, so I ain't gonna stunt to you. Them lady lawyers be get down for a motherfucker. See, niggas lawyers don't do it. Yeah, take how it is. Them ladies.
Yeah.
Be caring, boy.
Almost 70 meters from my position.
Damn. Hopefully she's a good lawyer, man.
I hope she fight this shit. I gotta take time. No more than like a year and a half or something. But that's it. That's all I can see myself doing is a year and a half. I can't see myself doing 3 years. No 4 years. No 5 years. And they talk about a year and a half. Come on. Fuck it out. I ain't never really opened that door. I only opened that door one time.
We are hitting Echo 1.
About feeding my family and making sure they're healthy. That was before I discovered 𝚱𝚪. With 𝚱𝚪,
What's your status? We're executing the plan, holding sectors.
I need to reload.
ain't asked for this shit.
Our forces have taken all of Sector Alpha.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you out of love. That's all you need. That's the more PD.
Things are looking up, troops. We control more sectors than the hostiles.
Men down! Looking for targets!
Yeah.
Shit, got my motherfucking life shut up. Yeah.
Hopefully they don't give you too much time, man.
Hopefully, no time like all use.
Yeah, that too.
I'm talking about I could die in jail. Die in jail. I'm gonna die in jail.
Yeah. Dude, I'd have to be put in the hole like super quick.
Yeah, I ain't going no. Look, I ain't going no hole, no thing. Whatever happens, happens. Like that shit did. My pride ain't gonna let me. Like, fuck all that. There's nothing in the world probably can put me in no PC. I ain't on nothing.
What's PC? I know what the hole is. Well,
We control the majority of sectors.
Like,
Good job,
I would have to
Sultan.
be $100 million man, and I gotta have a lot of things that happen. Only way I feel like I'm on my ass is everybody trying to torture me. But me, regular, I'm gonna fuck. I got 50 enemies in that bitch. I ain't going no PC. I go through a different day. And I come out my deal. I might bust your ass in front of the CEO. But I'm still on your ass right now, the CEO. Go there, get us off the deck. Get us. You gotta fight out the CEO. That shit only lasts for like 15 to 30 seconds. You know, that 30 seconds to like 30 minutes. Like, no.
damn.
I've been to jail a couple of times. I know how to be moving myself to fuck around. Ain't so much proud shit. I'm proud, you know. But shit, for the only PC, I ain't gonna be on no PC though. I ain't thinking shit like that. You gonna be out there with a PC versus two. You know, like, hell no, you gonna be on the fan. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be on stickers. You on there with unreal ass people. I'm saying nobody on that day gonna be real. Nobody.
Our strategy isn't working. They now control more sectors than us.
Yeah, a snitch, a fag, grade. Somebody want their ass dead. And all of the shit they on PC forward gotta be dead. The niggas that's on their shit.
Now, what does PC stand for?
Take custody.
Marking a hostile. Distance 110 meters.
I got the bridge and all that. I gotta
Sector
have
2
like
has been
2
secured by friendlies.
Not even 2 box thing. I gotta have like a wang thing where it's whatever thing you go on.
Eyes on hostile. 170 meters.
My book. I know what's gonna come on my thing. Big bitches give me little thing. Get my seal, man. Put $500 on my book every day. Fuck me.
Tracking. I see you.
$500 is a lot of money in there.
$500 every day with my sales.
You talking about Lil Wayne?
Hey, nigga got $200 million. Boy, you crazy as hell. Nigga, what?
Yeah, you won't even notice $500.
Hey, you better move around. This one, the grandest shit come out of me.
Yeah, he won't even notice $500.
And I know why. I know somebody else. That's the way it works. So I want this was number push up. Waiting on a nigga like him. I got the situation. I gotta go back home. Like, jail ain't nothing but a bunch of kids there. 20 I got to looking around for other motherfuckers that probably older than me. I'm like, oh, you talking about my ass. I got 4 beers in this bitch. Right here, he's like, oh, man, I'm gonna lose my motherfucking look.
I see tangos.
We've lost Sector Echo to the enemy.
He has started an attack on Echo 2.
Well, man.
Infantry! 400 meters
Both
away!
sectors are under enemy control.
You call
Yeah.
Enemy
I
here.
remember, I forgot our uncle name, but he got out of jail and he was still using the word gym shoe and shit. Like,
Jim Shoe, yeah, what up with you, Jim Shoe? I ain't think you hungry for that shit. Slow down, bro.
I can't!
Remember that,
Somebody help!
remember that shit, dude. I don't even know what a Jim Shoe is, dude.
man, yeah, no, not to be honest, I don't.
Damn.
Just sound like a little
Yeah,
kid.
what's it from? Yeah, Jim Shoe is corned beef mixed with what else? Corned beef and what else? Yeah.
Is it sauerkraut?
And something and gyro all of it in one sandwich. It's like a Philly.
I ain't never even had that sound.
Hostile
You get that
location.
shit in Chicago,
150
bro.
meters.
You can't go nowhere else to find it. There's no such thing as no Jim Shoe. No such thing as only Chicago. It's the hood Chicago. It's in every hood in Chicago. You go up in there, go get you a Jim Shoe, they take you wrong. Oh, yeah, they put them
I've got them! Gotcha!
oh, yeah.
They have control of Sector Echo.
Yeah. No, I've never had a gym shoe. I just had roast beefs, gyros. I even had a regular ass corned beef sandwich, but I never had all that mixed up.
All three in one. That's all.
What you playing? What you playing? Call of Duty?
130 meters
I be on
away.
that shit all the time. I be on that shit all the time. But my name, Real 34.
Friendly
What
forces
you on?
engaging
Modern
at
Warfare
objective
2?
Echo 1.
Warzone 2?
Target marked! 70 meters away from my position!
Yeah, I don't have part 1 downloaded, but I got it.
Spotted a hostile tank near my position! Spotted enemy tank!
Small ass area. I like
Friendly on the ground.
in real life. In real life, we ain't just in no damn models and shooting at each other.
Sector Bravo is on.
I'll back up to the bed. I'm cool.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. But if that's part 2, let me know because I'll try to add you and hop on there. Right now, actually.
We changed that much, but I ain't well with that. Like, with Battle Royale, you ain't gonna be the last to die, but yeah, with me. I mean,
Yeah.
I be plotting on niggas. I plot on niggas on Battle Royale. That's all I do is plot on.
No, I when that game mode came out, man, I was excited, man. That's a good ass game mode. I just play it. I play it every once in a while because like I'll be running for 20 minutes and then I'll just get my shot. So I mean, I only won one game.
Nah, that's everybody thinking about me.
Marking a hostile!
Me neither. Me neither.
I be waiting on everybody to like nothing. They slow it down to like 15, 20. Then I start to go ham on motherfuckers. I open it up. Oh, yeah, don't get a couple of us out.
Yeah.
That's when I start to doing other shit. Like, all right, now. I try to prop myself all the way into the bubble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sit where the bubble at. So when the bubble, like, get the bubble, where the flying motherfuckers up at. Party hide in the grass and everything. I'm damn cool on that.
Enemies attacking up 2.
I mean, I lost only 6 times.
Boy, you won 28. You only
I must have killed that nigga so many times, he started to figure me out.
Hmm.
Like, you wait till the last minute, that nigga was on me the one time. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I must join my team, man. Fuck. I got an outside
Alpha
team
2
over there,
targeted
too,
by
but
the
I'm
enemy.
left wing up there. I got to bring up team deathmatch. Oh, I ain't good with that. I ain't gonna lie.
Sector Delta has
It
been
helps
conquered
your
by the enemy.
reflexes though.
Yeah, y'all reflexes be on point. I ain't know that shit. I try to play that shit. That shit, I was in my ass. Yo, God. I'm like, why did these motherfuckers take never do that in Baton Rouge? They get too much credit.
I need a ride.
Enemy here. Where can meet this?
Where you at? You at Harold's Chicken?
Yeah, I'm still on 51st. The nigga make you always bring me over there like I don't got fucking energy.
Bro, Harold's Chicken, bro, I missed that.
This man got his ass shot up.
I'm surprised he even still alive.
I'm tired of his ass living. Fuck. Oh no. I'm talking about like real life shit. I ain't never seen no shit like this. When he get his ass hit, straight to the eye.
I'm surprised you even said he's still alive. That's crazy.
Requesting transport. Position mark.
Wilco, the vehicle is on its way.
Aircraft sighted.
Our enemy
Distance
takes
300 meters.
Foxtrot.
The enemy is trying to take Alpha 1.
Almost got you up out of here, huh? You man. They like that shit. No man, I've been on this since fucking you know. I just killed this man over like 3 or 4 times, bro. It's done.
Man, I just tried to stab some dude on Battlefield.
I don't think I hit the real shit. All the way up from the feet, just been booming. They gotta start so many times before he died and before he tells him, don't be wrong. Did the same shit back to me.
We've got nothing left to spare. Fight to win.
Tango max. 130 meters away.
We're securing Echo 2.
Tango, on my mark. 130 meters.
Supply package ready to drop. this one.
Get off. Hey, shut the fuck up, nigga. I remember I robbed a motherfucker with my cousin Watson. That shit was funny as hell. We robbed this nigga. That nigga was like, oh my god! That nigga pissed me off so much. I took off the dash. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Girl, you know you the real.
We ain't know. I ain't know this dude, but it was funny. Like, oh my god! He was yelling so much. I'm like, man.
Let's make the impossible possible.
Booty man or something? I ain't this man so I think shut the fuck up, Foxy. Man, so like that, he was like a motherfucker. We really go to jail for life. Funniest shit of my life, G. I am on track, bro. And guess how much like yeah, that's it. Wait down fucking time. $200. I fucking got him. And because he told me he had a roll on. It ain't nothing but 10 to 5. That's a bad day. What the fuck is that? Yeah, that's it. Alright. Nah, ever robbed somebody for my life.
the objectives.
It may be a little. It was more fun than that. I am something like that. It's bad as this is in one boom. Trying to get a pussy with this nigga all over.
What's up, man? Doing all right. I'm actually switching companies right now. I'm in, yeah, I'm switching to another company that's out of Akron, Ohio.
Enemy has taken Delta Sector.
No, Akron, Iowa. Yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm actually in Sioux City, Iowa. Right now. Yeah.
Tango, almost 70 meters from my position.
We're being pushed back on all fronts.
You pronounce it like hell.
Sectors.
Yeah, it's like hell Hitler. That's how you. It's like seek hell. Yeah. Say what? I'm doing it. They don't.
Echo Sector is secure.
They actually don't. They don't pay well, but I'm gonna be able to be in Illinois a lot more often. But they don't. Nah, it's decent though. I'm still gonna be making near what I was making before. Yeah, it's not about the money, man. I'm trying to invest in other shit. So
They trying to what?
I said it's not about the money from the company because I'm trying to invest in other shit, man.
I feel you.
Our troops have taken Alpha Sector.
This AI shit is crazy. Like, yeah,
Outline is
because
effective.
eventually
We've
I'm
got more
gonna build a
sectors than our
computer
enemy.
that's gonna be like it's gonna be like doing all type of shit. Yeah, like literally.
Hostile force is still strong, but they've taken a blow.
Say
Our
what?
plan is working. We now control more sectors than the enemy.
I work in the most in-demand field in all jobs. And it's really like, and AI, they gonna take over the truck. They gonna take over the truck. It's already time is hard now. Right now. So once they get the AI to go with that time is hard, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be easier. Even with a autonomous truck, they ain't using autonomy. And also, AI that's the reliability of the race. It's gonna happen, but it's gotta be conflicted.
Yeah, it's gonna happen,
Echo
but they
Sector
gotta
is
go
under
do
American occupation.
legislation and shit. It's gonna happen though, but it's not gonna happen as quickly as
Distance,
white collar
150
jobs, like people
meters.
that work in office.
Something like that, that's your job, but nigga.
was gonna get registration, but it was the weekend, and the DMV down there was closed on the weekend. So, and I had to be up here in Sioux City by Tuesday. No, it was closed on the weekend. Yeah, because I was gonna get it registered and then drive up here and just be safe and shit, so I can have it registered. I even got it. I got car insurance. I just got some cheap liability so I can get up here, but I didn't get any registration. So, I mean, cops towing cars for not having registration. I don't know. I got insurance. I know every state will tow your shit if you don't got any type of insurance.
Hostiles have secured Charlie Sector.
It's regional account, so I'll be mostly in the Midwest. This other account will have me in California one week and then New Jersey the next week. I just be all throughout the country.
They control more sectors than us. This is the path to defeat.
Say that again. Pay you overnight? Did you say pay you overnight?
A tornado is approaching your location.
Did you say?
Keep as much
Do they pay
distance as you can.
Nah, you gotta sleep in your truck.
We have seized Bravo
A
Sector.
few companies actually pay for your overnight. The only company I know off the top of my head is Walmart that pay for your 10-hour break. They pay for what? Say that again? Yeah, at Walmart. That's why I want to work at
American forces at half
Walmart.
strength.
That's one of the things I hate about trucking is you're away from home and you don't get paid to sleep in your truck. I said that's one of the things I hate about trucking is because you're away from home and you don't get paid to sleep in your truck because that's technically working. You have to go to sleep in your truck. So that's why I was trying to get at Walmart, but my work history isn't consistent because I only worked at this previous company like a month, no, 9 months, and I wanted to work here for a year. I ended up just working here for 9 months, but it would look better if it was at least a year, right? Walmart to hire me, so they're gonna. Walmart is a hard company to get into, but it is a company that pay $100,000 a year.
Our strategy is working. We now control more sectors than the enemy.
Pay $100,000 a year easily.
Drinking enemies!
Well, Walmart got distribution centers all around the country, but their Walmart headquarters is in Arkansas. I forgot where in Arkansas, but it's in Arkansas. I've been there a couple times. Like, I've been to their main DC in Arkansas. Well, the thing about
Bravo Sector is now
it's
ours.
I gotta find. See, the thing about Walmart is most of their jobs are slip seats, so I would have to have an address near one of their distribution centers. And they set the radius for each distribution center to, like, I don't know, probably like 60 miles. You got to be like 60 miles from the distribution center. It's a slip seat. So you'll park your truck at the distribution center, and another Walmart driver will grab your truck home, and you'll just keep getting different trucks every time you go back. So that's why you got to be near one of their distribution centers.
But yeah, eventually, hopefully, try to install this Chat GPT shit on my computer. It's Auto GPT. It was it'll run your businesses and shit. Like it got train.
We have superiority in this battle. Make sure we maintain
Chat
that.
GPT helps you code. So even if you don't know how to code, as long as you got like a little bit of information on it can code for you. Shit. Start losing their job. I'm just trying. Dropshipping, basically. Yeah, I mean, ChatGPT. Eventually, they're working like every day. There's a new update. Like it's because it's helping people code. It's coming quicker. It does most of the job. Like Google fired a bunch of people. Facebook fired a bunch of coders because they don't need that many coders due to ChatGPT. White collar jobs are going quicker than what people actually expected. It does tell it what to do, then it goes on. It's keeping up.
But I gotta make it forever without any money now again. I got a 401k I need to look at.